Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial. So today I will be showing you guys how you guys can basically work with lists in HTML. So let's say you want an ordered list, or you want a list that is maybe not ordered and just consists of bullet points, or maybe you want a list where you want to have some space to write some description. I will be teaching you how to do all of this in today's tutorial. So let's get started. So as you guys can see on my screen, I already have set up my document, so you guys can go ahead and do that. I've also gone ahead and created a CSS file because I will also be showing you how to style your lists. And once you have done that, we can get started. So the first thing that I'll be showing you is how to make an ordered list. So just like everything else in CSS, in HTML, we do have a tag for an ordered list, and it's just OL, which stands for ordered list. So we have to type in OL and close it, and so this basically, if we reload our screen, we don't get anything because we actually have to type in the different list items we want. So that is defined by li, list item. So let's say I was to type first item inside. So if I reloaded my screen, you guys can see that it says first item, and it has a 1 at the start because this in fact is an ordered list. So if I keep doing a lot more, you guys can see that it will go from 1 to 2 and so on. So maybe I want to call it second item, third item, and fourth item. So if I reload, you guys can see that all of them are automatically ordered. So let's say I wanted to style this. Well, I don't need to style all of these list items separately. I can just give the ordered list an ID. So maybe I give it an ID of list only for now. And then since it's an ID, I will have to use a hashtag before styling it. So hashtag list. Now let's say I just give it a color. So now this color will be applied to all of the items here. So if I reload it, you guys can see that all of the colors here changed. Now let's say I wanted to increase the font size. I can do that as well. Maybe 40 pixels. It's quite big. Let's say I wanted to change the font family as well. So maybe I wanted to make it Geneva. I can do that. If I reload, you guys can see the change. Now maybe I want to center it a bit, so I can say margin left, maybe 40%. I think that's looking good. So yeah, this is basically just an ordered list. I'll show you that if I add another list item in my HTML file, it will just automatically be styled to be right below this fourth item. So let's say I make a new list item, I call it fifth item, and I reload my screen. You guys can see it automatically came here with the fifth number. So this has been a really brief and easy tutorial on the ordered list. So let's proceed and learn how to create an unordered list. So to do that, it's very simple, and I don't know if you guys could guess, but since an ordered list is OL, an unordered list is in fact just UL. So you just replace the O's with the U's. And as for the list items, they can just stay the same. So now if I reload my screen, you guys will see the difference. So as I reloaded it, you guys can see that the numbers basically turn to bullet points. And something that you might want to know is that if you want to change how these bullet points actually look, you can go into your CSS file and you guys can assign something known as list style type, and then you'll have a bunch of types. So let's say I want to make it a square, and I reload my screen, this turns into a square. Let's say I want to make it like a circle, and I reload my screen, turns into a circle. So there's really just a lot of different things you can try. It all depends on what you want. Yeah, there's just so many different things you can try. If I put decimal, it'll go back to being like an ordered list. So it's just something to play around with. It just gives you a lot of freedom, something I like. So this has been the unordered list. Now let me proceed to the last thing we're going to learn, and that is how to make a list with a space for description. So how we do that is that this goes inside the description list. So we make a DL tag. That inside the DL tag, we have something known as a description title, DT, and within that, so let's say I want the title to be, let's say I want the first title to be just HTML. Oops. Yep. And now I want to create a description about this title. So I can just write DD, and then let's say I want to say I can put a dash, and I can just say HTML is a great tool. Now if I was to reload my screen, you guys can see that it basically indents the description. If I remove the dash, it's still going to be indented. I just thought it looked good. Oops, I removed the dash. It's still indented. So basically it just, let's say I wanted to add like another description for the same title. I can just put another description. HTML is very helpful. If I reload it, it'll just be indented here as well. Now let's say I want to add another title. I can simply just add another DT tag. Let's say I want this to be CSS, and I want to give some description to CSS, so I can add another DD tag and just say CSS is really useful for styling. If I reload my screen, you guys can see that we have CSS here, and this is indented as well. So this is how to basically make a list with like a space for writing descriptions. So I can style this as well. So I just give this same ID list. If I reload my screen, you guys will be able to see all the styles applied. So there we have it. This is basically a list with a space for descriptions. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. It's been a really simple tutorial on different types of lists and how you can use them. I would really appreciate if you guys liked and subscribed. If you have any feedback for me, please let me know in the comments. I will certainly have a look at them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Thank you.